Hey YouTube, it's your girl Brianna back with another video or whatever. And today, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I'm gonna tell y'all a good story. So this story is about my first boyfriend, right? So this is a very interesting story. So boom, we in 8th grade, but I knew him since 6th grade. Yeah, I knew him since 6th grade. But boom, we in 8th grade. So it's like we was best friends, like in 8th grade and 7th grade. But like I kind of knew he liked me, but like I didn't like him at the time. But then in 8th grade, like I don't know what came over me. Like I just was like, I like him. So I told my friend. So I told my friend that I liked her. And then, but boom, I didn't do nothing behind it. Like I didn't, no actions. So his last name started with a W, like mine. So we always sat in the back of the classroom, like, and we always sat together because it was pairs. It was like two desks in like a little row. So we always sat together because they, in middle school, they go by your last name. So it was me first, then it was him. So boom, we sat in class together all like every day. So then like start talking, and then we became best friends. Like I used to tell him everything. We just be real close. So after, I will never forget this day, I was sitting outside my house on the steps, and I told my friend we're gonna call her Jenny. So I told Jenny that I liked him, and we're gonna call him Hazel because he got really nice hazel eyes. So we're gonna call him Hazel. So I told Jenny that I liked the Hazel. So then, okay, then she never told him. I was like, don't tell him, because we all childish back in 8th grade. We were like, what, 13? Yeah, we were like 13. So, okay, I told her. Then that's fast track. So I knew I liked him, and I didn't say nothing, and he didn't say that he liked me. So like, how like we would flirt a little bit, but then like not say nothing. So then after that, we was just flirting with each other and stuff. So then Jenny told me that my other friend liked him too. So we're gonna call my other friend Amy. So Jenny told me that Amy liked him. So I was like, well, I don't know what to say. Like, and then, but the funny thing is, Jenny told me that Amy told her that she liked the Hazel the same day that I told her that I liked the Hazel. So I was like, oh. I was like, okay. So then I had talked to Amy, and I had asked, I was like, oh, you like Hazel? So she was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, well, I like him too. And she was like, oh, well, I'm going to date him since I liked him first. I was like, how you liked him first? Like, that's how? So then Jenny comes in between. It was like, well, how about y'all ask him? So I asked him. Like, then I don't think it was the next day at school, but during that week, I asked him. I was like, if you had to choose between me and Amy, who would you pick? And he said me. So she was sick, and I was like, oh, well, he picked me. So, but then he was like, why you asked that? Would you and her like me or something? And I was like, yeah. So then that's when he found out that I liked him and that Amy liked him. So Amy was mad, and she was like, I liked him first, and how you going to do that, and how you going, don't date him. But that's the thing, me and Amy is friends. We still friends now, but like we was friends. And it was like, you can't date him, you my friend, out of respect for me, you can't, don't date him because I liked him, blah blah blah. So then after that, okay, boom, he found out that I liked him and stuff. So what happened? Okay, so now we still flirting, but it's like heavier flirting. because like we wasn't in a relationship at that time, so it was like heavy flirting, like, oh, I know you like me, so blah blah blah, like doing little stuff like that. And then we sat together, so like he would always used to mess with me and like, you know, do childish stuff like that. So then we end up dating in 8th grade, at like in like the middle of 8th grade. So then when we started dating, Amy was mad still, because she was like, how you gonna date him, blah blah blah. So then after that, you know, we was dating, you know, everything was cool, you know. And then we started dating at the end in like May. You know, the summertime, you get out of school in June. So then it was like we started dating in May, and then during the summer I would always go to his house, because like I lived like a couple blocks from, well, not a couple blocks, but I live near him, like close, like near him. So I used to always go to his house like during the summer and stuff. So, you know, everything was cool during the summer. You know, we was just like teenagers. I mean, yeah, the young teenagers that was dating. So I used to go to his house. I met his mom, his sister, you know, his little family that lived inside his house and stuff like that. His friends, you know, his friends outside of school, basically, because I only knew him like really inside of school, really. So like outside of school, like his friends and everything, and like me and my group of friends, me, Jenny, and some other people, we just want to call them the Three Musketeers. So me, Jenny, and the Three Musketeers, we used to always... Sorry, guys. Somebody called me. So anyway, me, Jenny, and the Three Musketeers will always go down there to his house. So, mind you, I live in Philadelphia, so I lived like the borderline. I live like, if you go around my block, it was West Philly, but like the block that I lived on was Southwest. So he lived in West Philly, and all of us, me, Jenny, and Three Musketeers, lived in Southwest. So I would meet them at the bus. We would go down to West Philly. We would go to West Philly. So then, you know, met his family. You know, it was just regular. But then, you know, 8th grade, we graduated. That's another thing. We had graduated, and then it was the summertime, so we was going into 9th grade. So me and him wasn't going to the same school. Like he chose to go to a different school than me and Jenny and one of the Three Musketeers. Like, so he didn't, but like our school was still in the same facility because our schools was both downtown. So it was like we could just meet on 15th Street. Because I went to school downtown and he did, but his was closer to 15th Street than mine was. But we could still meet, like, after school, stuff like that. But it was like, once he got to 9th grade, it was like, he went to a different school, I went to a different school, you know, different people, different vibes. So we, you know, we both decided that it was best for us not to be in a relationship. So, and then he played sports, so it was like he wouldn't have no time for me. He would have to go to practice or do homework or something like that. So I was getting annoyed, like, what's going on? So then we just decided not to be in a relationship no more. But nobody really knew that we wasn't in a relationship no more, because it was like we would still talk, we would still like hang out sometimes. So then once we got out of a relationship, it was just like we really didn't. Like, a little bit after we got out of the relationship, we just stopped seeing each other and stopped talking for a little bit. But then, like, it was like every couple of months he would always text me or something like, oh, what you doing? You okay? Are you good? How your day? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. So it was just like that. So now, no, like, we're not in a relationship or anything, but it's like, it was still feelings there because we didn't break up because he cheated or I cheated or, you know, lying, something like a normal breakup. Like, it was just like, we just best that we go our separate ways. So now, like, we never did anything. Like, all we did was kiss. Like, that's it. Like, we never did anything. So, like, we tried to get a relationship like afterwards, but like it really didn't work out because it was just like we trying to make it back to how it was in 8th grade, and it's like it's not gonna get back like that. It's, but like, he really wanted a relationship like before I went off to college. It's like we going to 2 different colleges. Like, I'm 2 hours away, you going to be back home. Like, I don't want to do a long distance relationship. And it was just like, you know, he was like he always would like do anything for me. So it was like that. But it was just like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, like, while I'm trying to go off to school. Like, I don't want that stress. So, but mind you, I've been 8th grade, that was 4 years ago. So like, we still friends and